Get ready for this big game between the Swans and the Bombers. Let's take a look at the lineups. Robert.
Well, we'll have a look at the Sydney forward line, and a lot of class there. Hall and Davis, the main goal kickers, and Wellman, the veteran in defence there for the Bombers, with Bolton and young Welsh, who's playing good football for Essendon. Across the half forward line, the veteran Williams, young Fosdyke improving with each game. Adam Good's in really good touch, and what a contest this will be. Danny Jacobs at centre half back for the Bombers. He's probably their best marking defender. Will he back himself against Goods, or will he get the fist onto the footy? I'm looking forward to that one. We have a look at the midfields. Crouch, Bolton and Maxfield all playing really well for Sydney. McPhee, terrific player for the Bombers, coming across from the Dockers. And the two Johnson boys, are they tough and hard? You know they'll give 100% on every occasion. Sydney half-back line, Barry, Shawble and Canelli. That's one of the lines that's playing really well for Sydney, getting a lot of rebound. Up against Barnard, Lucas and Mercury. Looking forward to seeing Mark Mercury play. He is a real gun for the Essendon team. When he's in form, they play particularly well. He uses the ball so well, and maybe young Ty Canelli will get the job on Mark Mercury tonight. Canelli giving plenty of dash off half-back for the Sydney Swans. The back line, Craig Bolton, he did a very good job last week on Matthew Richardson and Wharf and Matthews, and you've got young Bullen for the Bombers, Lloyd at full forward, and Damien Cupido, he's playing some really good football for Essendon. The on-ballers, Ball, Kirk and Creswell, up against Hill, Rioli and Peverill. Rioli increasingly getting more and more time in the midfield, which is good for his football development. On the interchange bench, pretty young one there for the Sydney team, except for Nix, of course. He's been around for a few years. And for the Bombers, again a young bench for them, except for Joe Mercedes. I wouldn't think Joe would be on the pine for too long tonight.
We're very grateful when they turn the music off here too at Telstra Stadium. That'll be a help. So just about ready for a start. There's Maxfield, McPhee, who's played some good footy for the Bombers since coming over. As we start this game here at Telstra Stadium, the Swans up against the Bombers.
Swans left to right. Umpires Allen, Avon and James. And David Hill, a star last week in Essendon's great win, the first hand on the ball. Mark Johnson, the first kick. Didn't go 15, so Bolton's mark is not paid. And umpire Avon will ball it up again.
David Hill probably played his best game for the Bombers last week in the ruck, so big challenge tonight.
Clear window ball there, but straight to Lucas. So the Bombers have had the only kicks of the footy so far. Creswell back in business for Essendon. Not well received by Crouch. Mercury. And a throw in now up towards Essendon's 50. The surface, I'm told, a little shifting, quite sandy underfoot, mightn't be easy.
Ball got to the front position. Bolton to Matthews. Handball's very dodgy. Straight to Johnson. That's Jason Johnson. But his kicks offline and a throw in. Gee, that was a dangerous handball.
Bombers have got Matty Lloyd playing on Andrew Shawble, or Shawble taking Lloyd, and Craig Bolton has picked up Lucas. Pleased to see Lucas in the forward line for the Bombers. So too Solomon.
Hill against Ball, they both miss it. Creswell. And another ball up here, just 15 metres out from the Bombers' goal.
Hey, look, Connor. That's Turkey. Straight back.
So down it goes once again. Ball looking to concede the rush behind, and did so in the end. So first score to the Bombers.
Williams front and centre. A scramble for the Swans again, and Wellman leads O'Loughlin to it. Now McVeigh, confident stuff out of defence. Well done to Bolton. Dropped the plum pudding but had time.
Plenty of time to recover. He goes straight up the corridor. Now inside 50, out in front of Lloyd. It's an excellent kick. The kicking from right on 50 in the finish. And Matthew Lloyd has slotted it through for Essendon's first. Long way from goal is Barry Hall. Little lead, a bit of blocking off the ball too. And it's worked out for Sydney as Creswell takes the mark.
Just very slow taking it forward. You've got to give credit to Essendon because they've got man-on-man going, so no free Sydney players.
Creswell kicks to the hot spot. Goods flies. Front and centre was Crouch. Great smother by the youngster Bullen, and he finishes off with a soccer off the ground, back to the wing, well done. Barnard miscues the handball. Soccer by Matthews, not a bad sort of pass in the end. He'll take that. And he absolutely splits the middle for Sydney. Hill gets the tap to Jason Johnson. Bombers out of trouble. To the wing. Goods is there. Oh, great pickup. Handballs to Wharf. Back to Goods. Looking for options. Goes inboard to Nix. Nix, that's a dangerous kick. Cupido does the roving. Matthews is there for Sydney. Welsh also for the Bombers. Now Barry. Well done. Back into the middle to Wharf. Sydney build again. Smother to Mercury. Ricochets back to Wharf. Now the kick by Crouch. Wobbles one inside 50. O'Loughlin attacks it. Handballs to Kirk. Sidesteps. Gets the handball off. Here's a chance for Davis. Goal!
Real scrap early. Masiti. Smoke and Joe started on the bench. Solomon been good. Well covered by Williams. Awkward for Walsh. Bolton now. Jude. And Hall is proving a handful for Jacobs. In space he has Goods. Oh yes. Goods for their third. He's done it. And the Swans are rolling. They lead by 10. One-handed. So an illegal disposal is the call. Williams has been good in the clinches. Maxfield now. Going 2.49 for the skipper. And in space he has Nix. Yes. Swans to stretch the lead here. Nix from 45. He's done it. Bombers have revamped their attack. Rioli and Richards are out there now. Got to get it up there first. Mark Johnson. Now they're away. Forster Knight, also after a quarter on the bench, is out in the battle. Creswell. Now Mercury. Bombers with a chance. McPhee. What can Lloyd do? Out of position. Rioli, clever little kick, just no one there in the hot spot. Wharf a little miscue. Solomon up forward, so is Mercury and Rioli. They're making heavy weather of it. They collapsed around him and he goes. Bring it back into play. He's had some big jobs this year and Barry Hall tonight isn't the least of them. Ball from behind. Creswell probably stole it from Davis. O'Loughlin, half volley, in the bag. Yep, he's got to get it. Distance not great. Kick, just good enough. Swans by 3 goals.
Ball, who's had 11 hit-outs already in this game. Give that to him as well, number 12. Solomon, Crouch. In fact, it's come off the boot of Crouch, I think. It is, it's a free kick to Essendon. And Mercury goes short to Peveril. Now Jason Johnson. Not a good one for the forwards to mark. Lloyd got the front position. Back of the pack is Davis. Has time to steady. And well, the kick came off as Ball's taken the mark. Gives it to Kennelly. Kennelly looking for Goods.
He's getting away from Bolton. Good move this, Kennelly, on one of these famous runs. He might have been tempted to have another, but he's done the team thing. Schneider's given away the free. It's Wellman's ball. And the umpire that insisted comes back. O'Loughlin weighted down. He couldn't get there to the drop. So it left Schneider to try and prize it free. He could only get his fist as high as Sean Wellman's head.
And Sean Wellman, it was a wobbly kick. He had to stand firm, which he did.
Well, Wellman's kick to a contest, and when it's one-on-one against Goods, your chances aren't great. Hall from within range. Good kick.
Four goals, the Swans lead. Forster Knight into the game for Essendon. Gets it out to Mark Johnson. Now he drills the pass. Well done by Bolton to cut it off. But it spills to Lucas, and the Bombers get a badly needed goal. Solomon. Now Richards scrubs it forward. Lloyd Well done to Lucas. Left foot snap. Well played, Bombers.
Two in a minute to Scott Lucas. Bombers back within 2 goals. Game alive again. Jude Bolton had Solomon coming hard at him. They'll make the hair stand up on the back of your neck. Cleverly done, Jason Johnson. And Rioli. This to cut it to just a straight kick. And that is a straight kick.
Throw in. Goods against Hill. Now McPhee to Mercury. Still in play? No, it's too high, says umpire Allen. The free kick's going Sydney's way. It's going to be taken by Jude Bolton. Oh, the kick. Oh, it's a dodgy one. Richard should go. That's a clanger if ever I've seen one.
Well, I'm not going to disagree with you. That was, if you're going to short the ball, if you are going to switch play, you've got to make sure that the guy who receives it can play on. Now, that was too risky a kick. Now, the kick fell short, which of course put Bolton under pressure. But Jude Bolton's kick was a shocker.
That's just about the mother of all clangers, isn't it?
Hill's played a big part in it for Essendon. This is Matthews. Now Wharf out of defence. Back to Matthews. Bombers forcing them the long way round. And here's Hall to restore the lead. Lovely kick. Hall has 3.
And the Swans back in front by 5 points. Kirk in heavy traffic. Puts Sydney back into attack. Ball, the tap. But it went to Mark Johnson. Jason Johnson is sitting down for a break. There's Johnson's kick to Reynolds. As he lines up from smack bang on 50. That's a beautiful kick. Lloyd's got 2. Bombers back in front.
Again, you can see the Sydney players huddling at centre half back and then the break out into space. And really, Essendon will get beaten time and again if they allow that to happen. Maybe Kevin Sheedy's happy to concede the first possession and then bottle up the Swans after that. But I think the days are gone when you allowed a team to huddle, you went with them, and then you opened up that enormous space out wide for them to run into.
Ball's got it on centre wing. Floats one to the 50. 2 Bombers go up and they spoil each other. Creswell, slick hands to Fosdyke. Schneider will goal for Sydney.
Swans back in front with a goal against the run of play early in this quarter. Ball down to Kirk. They might build some momentum from this. Jacobs out of position, did well on Hall. Bullen, Hall. Now Matthew, Creswell, got a short kick. Swans by 9 points. It's happened in a flash.
And Barry Hall, absolutely magnificent. Gee, I hope we can see that bit of play. The big fella, he missed the mark. He recovered, he bashed and crashed his way through a couple of Bomber players, finally freed the ball up with a handball. But we'll have a look at it here. You can see he works hard to push back on Jacobs. He doesn't take the mark, almost falls over. A couple of Essendon players come in. He persists, gets the footy and able to get it out there to Creswell. Well done, Barry Hall. There's 15 players in this Sydney team who've played every game this season. And what that means is that they're settled, they know each other's game, they combine well. On the other hand, Essendon have only got the 9. They've been knocked around with injuries.
Hall often was disappointed when it didn't come. Goods the preferred option. Schneider dangerous on the left side. Goods did well to get that onto his boot. Will it go all the way? Kirk! Swans by 15.
Jason Ball, she makes a difference when he's on the ball because, again, his influence has been large in this 3rd term. Bombers work the ball forward. Richards has his kick smothered. Bullen to Lucas. Somehow squeezed the left foot catch. Scott Lucas has drilled it, has he? That's That's a magnificent kick.
That is amazing.
How did he get that?
That is amazing.
He's got 3.
He's like the kid in the backyard, Adam Schneider, where there's no umpire. Here's Goods. Did it well. Oh, Wordies, amazing for a big man. Fosdyke arriving. Forster Knight with him. Davis, open goal. Swans stretch it to 16 again.
I just think Sydney need to keep ball in the ruck because he can break even or perhaps even beat Hill, and Goods then is able to run around the ground as he is now. Goods is around this contest, Bolton chasing him wherever he goes.
He's the second generation Koutafidis.
He is, and he's had 10 disposals to this stage of the game.
Big swing from ball, no result. Well played by Bolton to give McPhee a chance. Now Solomon, but Sydney's tackling continues to be excellent. Maxfield. And Hall is clear of Jacobs. Continues to cause him major bother. Great delivery to Creswell. And he has a man, Davis, clear. Just didn't have time. He has another one, though, in Williams. Shouldn't miss this. The man on the mark, just 30 out. And this fellow knows where they are.
Go down to Gerard Whateley.
Kevin Sheedy clearly thinks it's time to act quarters. He'd only made 2 interchanges for the entire night, but he's made 3 in the past 2 minutes, bringing Mercedes Reynolds and Cupido all on. Forster Knight, Peverill and Bullen now sitting on the bench.
2 for the night. Once upon a time, Sheedy would make 2 before the first bounce.
The ball at centre half forward.
Oh, Leighton Leo! Great mark. And his kick's good too as he finds Maxfield. Fuller running the moment, the Swannies. Inside 50, Barry Hall. In front of Jacobs, who clearly is far from 100%.
He's got to make the move, I think, Kevin Sheedy, and I would think Wellman is the player who needs to come out on Big Barry.
Hall, the big wind-up. He's kicked 3. He's kicked
4. Goods against Hill. And Hill receives and sends the Dons forward, but he also sends them wide. Lovely bounce for Lloyd. Now how will this land? Richards their hope. Now Cupido. And immediately off the bench, he's produced a result. Goods. Fired up maybe by that. Rioli. Mercury. Swans winning this contest though. Williams, Davis, Fosdyke. Good pressure from Essendon. McVeigh missed the target. Williams ran into the wall, had the chip, did it well. O'Keefe. Distance no problem. He's a lovely accurate left footer.
It's been a 7-2 quarter in favour of the Swans. And they lead by 29 points. Bolton puts Essendon back inside, attacking 50. Cupido. Well played, Kennelly. And he's put it out on the full. That'll be Scott Lucas taking the kick.
Yeah, Bombers really haven't been taking...
Oh, Lucas. Shocking turnover. Fosdyke will go long and look for Hall. Jacobs to Welsh, who's under the hammer. Schneider. Now Hall again. Just broke 2 tackles with sheer strength. Pops it up. Running back with the flight of the ball. That was courageous from Roberts-Thompson. And in the end, Rioli's taken the slider. No, he hasn't. Umpire didn't pay it. Welsh to the wing where he finds McPhee. To Lucas. Can he kick it better this time? He does. And he hits Matthew Lloyd on the chest.
Well, Matthew Lloyd's had to leave the 50-metre area to get into the play. Essendon just not taking contested marks.
Mercury. Bombers with 3 minutes left in the quarter. Need 1 or 2 to put themselves in touch. Here's Richards. Craig Bolton, though. Pursues his own kick with O'Keefe there. to ride shotgun and then receive. Sloppy work, but they're good enough to control the footy. Creswell.
His long option is Jason Ball. It'll be a free kick to Sydney. Infringement in the defensive 50 by the Bombers.
Shepherding.
He's made it.
Bolton. And his kick smothered. McPhee, well done. Back to Mark Bolton, who goes to half forward. Shawwell wrestling with Lloyd. McCurry tries to tap it to Lucas. Got legged. No free kick. Gee, thought that was very stiff. And Lucas is going crook. Williams has got the ball for Sydney.
Swans in just about total control. Hall running for him into space as Matthews, although Barnard arrives hard. Rioli. Still the Swans win the footy. Schneider to Crouch. Ball is there and not quite. Did well. Davis, can he kick another? Long way out. Brilliant snap. Great goal. And that could go anywhere and finish up with anyone. Jason Johnson nearly held a good mark, but now Sydney are dangerous. This is O'Keefe, and Goods is loose. Good second goal, Swans by 47.
Essendon really struggled in that area.
McCurry threw it out in the end, and the umpire spotted it. So Paul Williams with the free kick. Now 75 from goal. Kicks a long drop punt into the goal square. O'Loughlin, too easy in the end. And he will line up from point blank range and kick his second. And the Swans 18th as they go further ahead.
Johnson, Jason at the foot of the pack, but it's all Sydney. Maxfield and ball again.
And O'Loughlin just screaming at him to get the ball in, because O'Loughlin can back himself on the smaller Welsh.
He just didn't spot out of Goods. We'll still have a go and come down with it. And there's another. And the Dons seem to be a step forward one week and a couple back the next.
Yeah, they were terrific last week against the Eagles.
Target here, young Roberts Thompson. Here's Richards for Essendon. Did pretty well. But Roberts Thompson's on the end of it. To Kirk. Lovely fluent takeaway. Crouch to Nix. This is brilliant from Sydney. Hall again.
The reason for that is because O'Loughlin's coming back in, so he needed the run, so they could get more minutes out of O'Loughlin playing him from the goal square.
Hall for number 5. Splits them again. Wellman takes the long option. Richards, good launch. All Sydney. Bolton, Goods, Williams, and there are Swans loose everywhere. Nix. The big load up, the big launch, and the lead gets bigger.
It's a dirty night for Kevin Sheedy's Bombers now as Barry Hall is taken off. He won't be back on with that slight hamstring problem, but he's done his job well and truly with 5 goals won. 132, they 61.
This fella's tried hard all night, Mark Johnson, and good disposal there.
So Lloyd is kicked to, as we said, and that is a terrific kick from Matthew Lloyd.
To make you understand why. He'll use the body well, and Lucas sleight of hand to Jason Johnson. Took a long time. Lucas just... Another lovely kick. He has 4.
And another bounce.
We might analyse his technique on this one, Rob.
Okay, 1.5.
Oh, he's had a
no. He's blotted his copybook. He was too heavy on the right hand, Tim.
Just looking into next week. The Bombers have got the Kangaroos, Robert. On Friday night, the Bombers have got the Kangaroos.
Yeah, well,
It's an enormous game now, isn't it? As Lloyd.
oh, well.
Well, he's going to end up with 5, and well done, Matthew Lloyd, showing his champion qualities in the last 5 minutes or so. He'd be filthy, Andrew Shawwell.
Oh, he would be, but it's a good lesson. It's a good lesson for Andrew Shawwell and for all footballers. Your team can be 11, 12 goals in front, and you just go to sleep. And he was caught napping, not that time, but the one before when Matthew Lloyd took that dropping kick of Scott Lucas. And it's a heavy penalty to pay. He'll be pleased his team's won, but he'll be dirty on himself for allowing. Well, he didn't allow it. This fella, he just never gives up, and he's going to finish with 5 for the night.
Five straight for Matthew Lloyd. But in the end, it doesn't matter much because the Sydney Swans continue their rise up the ladder. They have thumped Essendon to the tune of 9 goals.
6 wins out of their last 7 games, Sydney. And I think we're seeing a team that not only will play finals, but could well and truly win one.